name is Martin Siegert. I'm the head of the School of Geosciences and Professor of Geosciences at the University of Edinburgh. Being head of school involves managing and leading a team of over 90 academics in the realm of geosciences, and geoscience is very broad. It covers geography, geology, meteorology, atmospheric chemistry, geophysics, in fact anything that concerns the study of the world. Well, none of my family ever went to university, and they're all, in their ways, quite successful people actually, in one way or another. And you know, we have, in my family, there's a sort of a work ethic. Sure, I get it from my mum. She was she achieved quite interesting things, my mum did. But she always worked hard, very conscientious person, and I'm sure that's where I get things from. You know, I went to a comprehensive school, and my friends do different things to me. I'm the only person in my family that's ever been to university. All of my friends, none of them went to university. There were about 100 or so people in the sixth form, and I would say there'd be about 5 people in a year would go to university. That was the total of people around that time. Maybe another 5 or 6 would go to Polytechnic, and that would be it. So there wasn't a broad expectation of that. The people that went to university traditionally were the sort of sweaty ones who weren't so good at sport, etc. And I've always loved sport, and you know, that type of person from my school seldom went to university, so it was a bit of a rare combination. I had really no role model insofar as an academic probably still don't, in fact. I guess I was good at mathematics. I had an interest in science and I was quite good at it, but I really had a strong interest in the world. With maths and an interest in the world, I might want to think about geology. Now, as I started reading the literature and what universities do in geology, I discovered the subject of geophysics, which was completely unknown to me at that time. And I was surprised as anyone to get grades good enough, and I went to Reading University and I did my geophysics degree. My head of school at the time was a person called Clive McCann, and he was the head of department of geology, also a geophysicist, and so he was teaching me, and I got quite a good rapport with him. And he asked me that question, what do I want to do? And I remember my answer. I said I didn't really know, but thinking about things, I might try accountancy. I could see his face, and that's not what he expected. He didn't want to hear that from me, and he said, well, have you thought about research? I said I hadn't thought about research, but that I would give it some thought, and he convinced me that the most important things that you need in research are a dedication, commitment, and that's really it. Well, there was a turn of events near the end of my degree, which was a tragic thing, as my father died near the end of, well, just before my finals, actually. It was an awful thing, very sudden, unexpected, just awful. And that pretty much stopped me in my tracks. And I decided to take a year out. Decided to spend a bit of time with my family, just to collect myself together as much as anything. And ended up working as a labourer, pretty much, on a road bypass. So I was working on the roads for a year. And in that time, I had an opportunity to collect my thoughts. Somewhere around the early winter, when PhD topics get advertised, there was an advert for a PhD position in glaciology, PhD in glaciology, and much the same thing. You know, people who are interested in studying the Earth, this time with a bias towards global change, and decided to do that. My job is about leadership. My job isn't about running a school, but my job is about forming direction, forming strategy, thinking about the things that we want to do.